Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. UPSC optional batch for public administration. UPSC optional batch for public administration. Good afternoon, Lipika. So I know this is your fourth lecture, but then, sorry, not fourth lecture. This is almost close to the 10th lecture now. But from here onwards, we are meaning total business. From here onwards, basically, we cannot afford to miss even a single class of public administration. The first three things, even okay, introduction, this is largely. बट यहां से बेसिकली पबैट का सीरियस चर्चा शुरू हो रहा है बिकॉज वॉट एवर यू गिव स्टडी अंडर दिस दीज आर ऑल गोइंग टू बी पार्ट ऑफ योर पेपर 2 your GS paper 2 even some things we can use it in GS3 everywhere the application level is huge so let us take into our discussion. Good afternoon, Pranav. Again, this is my official Telegram channel, people. Please post, send in your queries and PYQs over here. So we just wound up with Gulick and Ervik, and I already told you 29 principles. Post-corb. These are the things that he gave. But in addition to this, he also told towards the end that we should definitely value the human factor. लेकिन उनके पहले के जो thinkers के तरह generally when we criticize classical thinkers, we keep on telling they did not value the human factor. They did not value the human factor. He just gave an overall idea. He did not talk specifically about human behavior के ऊपर क्या करना चाहिए, human motivation के लिए क्या करना चाहिए. None of this he had told. Clear? Into that whole list of classical thinkers, which we started with Woodrow Wilson, then F.W. Taylor, then Henry Fayol, then Gulick and Ervik. Today, we are going to see Max Weber. All right, that will be the thinker that we will be seeing. Maximilian Carl Emil Weber, 1864 to 1920. Getting the point here. So again, the same time period almost of Woodrow Wilson, Taylor, Fayol, Gulick, Ervik. उसी time period के लोग हैं ये सब. So let us see what was his theories or contributions. Synonymous with bureaucracy, he had diverse academic interests in economics, history, religion, politics, and sociology. So the first thing that we understand from here is his name is synonymous with bureaucracy. That means whenever we say Max Weber, we automatically use it in this way. Max Weber's bureaucratic model. That is how we generally use it. तो मैक्स वेबर नाम जब भी हम ले रहे हैं तो उसके साथ we also take the name what bureaucracy. Why? Because he gave a bureaucratic model for us. His analytical urge began early, favoring practical over library research despite holding a PhD. मतलब he preferred what is practical rather than research करने से ज्यादा he preferred whatever is practical. His writings mirrored Germany's social conditions, highlighting the decline of liberalism and the threat of bureaucratization to individuality. Basically, whatever Germany was going through at that point of time, based on that only his writings were. All these are just meant for your introduction. We need not go through कि जर्मनी में उस वक्त क्या हुआ जिसके वजह से इन्होंने ये सब लिखा. We need not go through all that because we only need to know what is this bureaucratic model that Weber is talking about. All these introduction points are only meant for giving introduction, intro to your answer. That's the purpose here. Clear? आगे. Bureaucracy. In 186 BC, China established public offices filled through competitive examinations. The term bureaucracy was coined by Mr. D. Gournay in the early 18th century. मतलब क्या है? The earliest evidence of bureaucracy existing that we can find it in China as early as 186 BC. तो मतलब ये है Weber has not brought anything that is new. Bureaucracy was always in place. Even if you see in Kautilyan administration also you can see it. Mughal administration you can see it. British administration also you can see it. Purpose is what you need a set of officers to execute the plans of the government. You need officers who are not directly linked to politics. This is the purpose of bureaucracy. तो हिस्ट्री अगर आप देखोगे तो कहीं ना कहीं ब्यूरोक्रेसी हैज ऑलवेज एग्जिस्टेड. Bureaucracy was coined by Mr. D. Gournay in the early 18th century. Weber distinguished himself as the first social scientist to systematically study and define the characteristics of bureaucracy. Modern world में अगर किसी ने बैठकर कि ब्यूरोक्रेसी क्या होना चाहिए, उसकी फीचर्स क्या होना चाहिए, अगर किसी ने कहा है, so that is Weber. His model remains influential for modern bureaucracy, although Weber did not provide a formal definition. यानी कि वेबर की मॉडल ब्यूरोक्रेसी जो है, फीचर्स जो है, आज भी टुडे आल्सो वी कैन सी इट इन ब्यूरोक्रेसी. However, even though he gave features, even though he gave a model, everything, he has not defined what is bureaucracy. Weber defined bureaucracy as an administrative body of appointed officials excluding elected ones. उनके डेफिनेशन भी अगर आप देखोगे तो एकदम सिंपल सा डेफिनेशन था. फॉर्मल डेफिनेशन का मतलब जानते हो, यू टेल ब्यूरोक्रेसी इज अ सेट ऑफ ऑफिशियल्स दैट दिस एक पूरा का पूरा बड़ा डेफिनेशन. दिस इज मोर लाइक अ प्रैक्टिकल डेफिनेशन है ना, which consists of appointed officials, not elected ones. तो इस सेंटेंस में ही साफ होता है कि भाई एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन अलग है, पॉलिटिक्स अलग है. That is what Weber is trying to say. Indirectly he has said that. पॉलिटिक्स को अपने जगह पे रख दो, ब्यूरोक्रेसी में पॉलिटिक्स का कोई रोल नहीं है. ब्यूरोक्रेसी इज ओनली कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ अपॉइंटेड ऑफिशियल्स. क्लियर? आगे. He categorized bureaucracy into patrimonial bureaucracy, found in traditional and charismatic type of authorities. Patrimonial bureaucracy, traditional, charismatic type of authorities. Traditional क्या है? Traditional का मतलब है just because a person was the king, उसका बेटा भी बन जाएगा क्या? King. Getting the point? Somebody was the king, so that person was the king. his son also will become a king. That is traditional. There is no clear definition of authority. Authority is not clearly defined. Authority is defined only in basis of traditional rules. Charismatic type. Charismatic type, that charisma, the word that we use in English is very similar to the word charisma, which is what? There is some jhalak, some trait of the personality which is very attractive. तो कुछ लोग दिखने में सुंदर है, कुछ लोगों का बात करने का तरीका जो है वो सुंदर है. So there is something attractive about them. Maybe the way they are walking, the style, whatever it is, there is something attractive about them. As a result of which they become leaders. Hitler ले लो, Mussolini ले लो. These people had, especially Hitler. Now Hitler is not something like a very handsome guy or something. Very short fellow. And that Charlie Chaplin like mustache bhi, uske saath. So, with such a stature, how was he able to attract the German crowd? Speech. Speech used to be so filled with emotion that it used to attract the German audience. Getting the point? That is how he was able to justify the killings of the Jews. Why it is necessary to kill the Jews? That is how he tried to justify things. Clear? So that is patrimonial bureaucracy. Coming to legal rational bureaucracy. Legal क्या है? That means by law. कानून के जरिए. Rational means it's purely for objective reasons. Not subjective reasons like charisma. What do you mean by objective? What do you mean by subjective? Objective means it's clearly defined. Case in point, let lo UPSC exam. Minimum marks, if you cross more than the cutoff, you clear prelims. Cutoff से बहुत ज्यादा marks है, you clear mains. उससे भी आगे है, you clear interview. In the mark list finally, I mean the final list again, your names are arranged on the basis of what? Your final score. That is how things are arranged. So that is called objective. Nobody has a doubt. Subjective means what? Like I told you again, okay, Pardada was the party leader or prime minister. That means now Dadi also will become, Dadi was also prime minister. Pitaji was also prime minister. So I should also become the next prime minister. That logic. Getting the point here? Not based on rationality, not based on objectivity. Objective means what? You have the same set of opportunity like any other 21-year-old. You prove your mettle first and then you will get the opportunity. But no. Subjective means it is not clearly defined. Clear? Objective means it's clearly defined. Legal rational bureaucracy found only in legal type of authority. Weber asserted that legitimate authority requires a recognized legal code demanding obedience. Legitimate authority. Legitimate authority के लिए क्या चाहिए? Legitimate क्या है? जो जायज है. अगर आप मुझे अथॉरिटी दिया गया है तो उसके लिए क्या जरूरी है? ऑल इंडिया सिविल सर्विस कंडक्ट रूल्स और ऑल इंडिया सर्विस कंडक्ट रूल्स. मेरे नीचे जो आईएएस ऑफिसर्स काम कर रहे हैं, दे शुड फॉलो दैट रूल्स, दे शुड ओबे इट, दे शुड फॉलो इट. Abstract rules guiding law application with administration serving organizational interest within legal boundaries. Abstract rules, when we say, it is not targeting any particular class, community, nothing. General rules covering entire administration. No favoritism, nothing. Same set of rules for everybody. No partiality here. Obedience to impersonal orders, not authority figures. What does it mean? See, when we, again, these days, again, those discussions will come. People will say, why should you take IAS? You will have to work under politicians who have only passed fourth standard or fifth standard fail they are. You have to work under them. Why would you want to do that? And all that they say. First of all, understand, ultimately, you have to take orders from somewhere or the other. Even the prime minister of the country also cannot actually work completely independently, not taking public opinion or the feedback from it. So you're always listening to somebody. That is the nature of every job. And just because somebody did not study beyond fourth standard does or didn't study beyond fifth standard doesn't mean that they are incapable. And just because you cracked UPSC doesn't mean that you are all capable. You just cleared one exam. That's it. In other words, better example I will give you now. Let us say now many people, when I ask them why you don't want IPS, oh, we'll have to keep saluting the politicians. Wrong. You don't have to salute every politician. You only have to salute those politicians who are ministers. अगर मिनिस्टर है स्टेट लेवल पर, स्टेट कैबिनेट में या सेंट्रल कैबिनेट में, then you salute. You're saluting not the politician, you're saluting the rank. That is the important point here. Similarly, when an order is given to you, it is not that, oh, वो फोर्थ फेल वाला मिनिस्टर ने देखो मुझसे क्या करवा रहा है. No. Minister has given you the order. You are executing it. So orders are impersonal. Means उसमें कोई what is it favoritism या anger ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. They have given you an order, you are going to execute it. Members obey the law solely as members. मतलब क्या है? When you are a member of the civil service, you have to obey certain rules and laws. So I already told you, one IAS officer from the state of Kerala, he had the audacity to actually criticize another senior IAS officer in social media. पहले गलत काम किया है, ऊपर से he was defending it, telling that मैं किसी का गुलाम नहीं हूं, मैं क्यों अपना सर झुकना है मुझे. I have only exercised my fundamental right as a citizen of this country under Article 19. This is the reasoning he gave. And I was shocked to see that a senior, again, he is also not a very junior officer. It's been years since he joined the service. Somebody of his stature doesn't even know the basic fundamentals of All India Service Conduct Rules or Article 19 here. The fact of the matter is, if you have a problem with your senior, you have to follow what? You have to go through the official channels only. You cannot go to the media directly. Why? Because you are a member of the civil service, member of the All India Service. So you have to obey certain do's and don'ts there. You don't get to enjoy what a normal citizen will get to enjoy. Try asking him doing the same thing. Now, me as a citizen of this country, I can criticize Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There is no problem with it. But if I were in the service, definitely I'll get suspension. Because it is unbecoming of an officer when I have been recruited by Government of India and I am serving a state government. When I am an officer of the All India Service, I cannot criticize either the state government or the central government, which will portray any one of them in negative light. Getting the point here? Because when I do it as an ordinary citizen, nobody will care. But when as an officer of the law, when I do it, what happens? Public can get swayed by it. I can influence the emotion of the public. That is the most important point here. That is why members obey the law solely as members. Means they are members there, so they are obeying it. Any doubts so far? Taking the discussion forward, scientific management and bureaucracy theories represent initial milestones in organizational theory. Addressing industrial needs for efficiency. तो वो जमाना ऐसा था, मैंने पहले भी कह दिया था आपसे, काम तो था लेकिन ढंग से कैसे काम करना है nobody knew. So be it the scientific management theory of Taylor or the scientific principles, whatever the next set of thinkers gave, Gulick and Ervik, Henry Fayol and Gulick and Ervik, all these were aimed towards what? They were all aimed towards meeting one and one goal alone, that is efficiency. Munafa kaise badhaएं? That was the sole goal. Weber argued military discipline served as an ideal model for capitalist factories, asserting legal rational bureaucracy's technical superiority over other administrative systems. मिलिट्री डिसिप्लिन जो है सही मॉडल था कैपिटलिस्ट के फैक्ट्रीज के लिए, क्योंकि आने के लिए, बैठने के लिए, उठने के लिए, काम करने के लिए, सब के लिए एक टाइम, करेक्ट, टाइम स्टडी, काम कैसे करना है, मोशन स्टडी, फैटिग स्टडी. So everything was based on time, which is how again military also runs. This was very ideal. साथ में एक और चीज कहा कि bureaucracy's technical superiority over other administrative systems. Why is it that bureaucrats are considered to be technically superior? See, just imagine, just to write this exam, how many subjects are you studying? Polity, geography, history, economics, science and technology, optional, current affairs, international relations, internal security, everything comes under it. By the time you're done with all this, you will be having so much of knowledge that you can connect anything, apply it anywhere, use it anywhere as you please. Now, if you crack the service, that knowledge with the training from Labasna will make you a very technically superior individual, knowledge wise. इतना knowledge किसके पास नहीं है? Politicians के पास. Getting the point here. And because you have so much of knowledge here, what is your replacement? आपके जगह कौन ले सकता है? That is the next question. इतना नॉलेज है प्लस ट्रेनिंग भी मिला है. नाउ यू आर टेक्निकली सच अ सुपीरियर ह्यूमन बीइंग, इंटेलेक्चुअली यू आर अ सुपीरियर ह्यूमन बीइंग. हु कैन रिप्लेस यू? Getting the point here. Who can replace you? There is no replacement for this. That is what Weber is going on telling in all his discussions. कि ब्यूरोक्रेसी को एक बार अगर आप ब्यूरोक्रेसी यूज किया है तो फिर आपको उसका आदत पड़ जाएगा. देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ ड्रॉबैक्स विद ब्यूरोक्रेसी, नो डाउट अबाउट इट. ब्यूरोक्रेसी का बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम्स है, बट व्हाट इज द ऑल्टरनेटिव टू इट? इज देयर एन ऑल्टरनेटिव? This is the government. This is the public. गवर्नमेंट के पॉलिसीज क्या है, स्कीम्स क्या है, गाइडलाइंस क्या है, वॉट एवर. So, policies of the government, schemes of the government, who takes it to the public, that job is done by the bureaucracy. Similarly, yes, people can directly give their feedback to the government. Today, that is available through social media. They can also send it back through whom? They can also send it back through the officers also. ब्यूरोक्रेसी के जरिए भी they can send their feedback. Or in other words, bureaucracy is the bridge connecting government and the public. Any doubts, people, with the diagram? So, now I want to ask you a question. Why don't we use private players instead of bureaucracy? Or why don't we use military instead of bureaucracy? Can anybody tell me? Why can't we use private players instead of bureaucracy or military instead of bureaucracy to deliver goods and services, whatever policies, schemes? And other goods and services, whatever. Why can't we use private player and military? Can anybody tell me? Because discipline. Private player won't be disciplined. Is that the reason? Abhinav, the private player will always be thinking about one thing, profit, rather than welfare. Military, again, the problem is it will be too strict and rule bound. है ना? Military में so private sector are focused mostly for profit. Very good, Lipika. Whereas public sector is welfare of people. Agreed. So here again, military, if you are using, what is the problem? Military, the problem is they are too strict and too rule oriented. Orders है तब करेंगे, नहीं है तो नहीं करेंगे. Whereas IAS officers, like we know, Armstrong Palme, IAS क्या किया है? He built a 100-kilometer road without government help. 100 kilometer. He collaborated with NGOs, civil society organizations, private players, etc. He collaborated and built a 100-kilometer road in that area. Government did not spend 1 rupee on it. He just got the necessary clearances from there so that they can build a road. He pulled that stunt inside Manipur. So an IAS officer or a bureaucrat basically will try to see कि क्या कर सकते हैं कानून के अंदर, what flexibility is there. Military officers will not do that. Military में flexibility के लिए जगह है नहीं, करो मत करो, that's it. There is nothing like in between in military. Either you do it or you don't do it. Those are the orders. Orders are always very very clear. पकड़ कर लाने के लिए बोलोगे तो पकड़ कर ही लाना है. मारो means मारो. Simple, not in between. Military again cannot build connection with the public. True, military have strict rule and rigidity, and private have profit motive. Again correct, Khyati. So this is the reason why you need bureaucracy. And Weber का मानना ये है, not Weber only, it is a truth only. It is a truth that, or a fact that, there is no alternative for bureaucracy. ये जो पूरा system जो है, bureaucrats that we talk about, right from the senior most IAS officer in the country to all the way down to maybe a village officer, इस पूरा system को हम bureaucracy कह रहे हैं. इसको अगर आप हटा दिया तो इसके जगह आप क्या रखेंगे? नो अल्टरनेटिव. दैट इज द पॉइंट. आप इस सिस्टम को और भी बेहतरीन बना सकते हैं यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी. व्हाट इज इट, ब्रिंगिंग इन सम प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स इनटू ब्यूरोक्रेसी. ये आप कर सकते हैं. थोड़े प्राइवेट, थोड़े काम गवर्नमेंट का आप आउटसोर्स या कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन ब्यूरोक्रेसी का रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है. Clear, people? Weber emphasized that once under bureaucratic rule, people cannot envision alternatives, making it permanent and essential. People cannot envision alternative. They cannot actually give another solution. Okay, bureaucracy को हटा दो, ठीक है, हटा दिया, उसके जगह क्या लाओगे आप? Nobody has an answer for that. Neither in India nor in the world. आगे. He viewed the emergence of modern bureaucratic organizations as demanded by a peculiarity of modern culture rooted in technical and economic needs for calculability of results. Means clarity, quantifiable. मतलब यह है कि मुझे जानना चाहिए, अगर मैंने एक रिक्वेस्ट दे दिया कि मुझे मेरा कैस्ट सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए, कितने दिनों में मुझे वो मिलेंगे, उनके लिए क्या क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स मुझे हाजिर करना पड़ेगा, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आई विल बी नोइंग. तो वहां पर विलेज ऑफिसर को मेरा चेहरा अच्छा लगा, सो ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू रिड्यूस द रूल्स, और ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू आस्क मी यू ब्रिंग लेस नंबर ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स. नो. सो देयर इज अ टोन ऑफ predictability to it. I can predict the behavior. I can predict and say, okay, this many days it will take. This many takes it will take to get a license, to get a passport, to get a land registered. Why? That's the predictability there. It has nothing to do with like nepotism, favoritism and all. Pure objectivity. So people wanted it actually. People actually wanted a system where they knew that work कितने दिन में होगा, उसके लिए क्या क्या स्टेप्स फॉलो करना है, प्रोसीजर फॉलो करना है, समथिंग सिस्टमैटिक. दैट इज हाउ ब्यूरोक्रेसी स्टार्टेड कमिंग आउट. One more reason I will tell you, this was also the time period when capitalism was increasing. More and more businesses were coming up. तो businesses अगर ज्यादा आ रहा है तो उसे रेगुलेट करना पड़ेगा. हर बिजनेस के लिए क्लियरेंस लेना पड़ेगा. क्या कर सकते हैं आप, क्या नहीं कर सकते, रूल्स बनाना पड़ेगा. So for all this you needed a system in place. That is how the birth of bureaucracy started happening in the modern world at a rampant scale. Bureaucratization enables specialized administration based on objective considerations. Specialized administration, ऑब्जेक्टिव कंसिडरेशंस, मतलब कानून के हिसाब से अगर आपके पास सारा डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, यू विल गेट योर लाइसेंस, यू विल गेट योर परमिट, you will get your certificate, everything. If you are not following it, it will take time. Simple. Objective it is. Weber's bureaucratic theory met the demands of industrial capitalism by aiming for efficient administration. Capitalists सबसे ज्यादा they loved this system. Why? क्योंकि they were able to predict it कि कितने दिन लगेंगे उनके सर्टिफिकेट मिलने के लिए, कितना क्लियरेंसेस और की जरूरत है, फैक्ट्रीज को और एफिशिएंट बनाने के लिए क्या क्या तरीका है. सो इट एक्चुअली हेल्प देम टू इंप्रूव देयर एफिशिएंसी बिकॉज दे आर एबल टू प्रेडिक्ट थिंग्स एंड दे आल्सो फॉलोड द सिस्टम ऑफ ब्यूरोक्रेसी इनसाइड देयर फैक्ट्री. प्योर ऑब्जेक्टिव बेसिस पर हम लोगों को चुनेंगे, उन्हें काम देंगे एंड वी विल मेक देम डू द वर्क. एफिशिएंसी विल हैपन. Taylor rationalized factory functions while Weber focused on bureaucratic structure rationalization. तो टेलर अगर फैक्ट्री के अंदर के काम के बारे में कर रहे थे, मेंटल रेवोल्यूशन, स्कीविंग, सोल्डरिंग एक्सेट्रा, फैक्ट्री के अंदर हम कैसे एफिशिएंसी ला सकते हैं. वेबर ऑन द अदर हैंड टॉक्ड अबाउट ब्यूरोक्रेटिक स्ट्रक्चर रैशनलाइजेशन. ब्यूरोक्रेसी का स्ट्रक्चर हम कैसे बनाना चाहिए ताकि you can use it everywhere. You can use it in private place, you can use it even in public sphere. जहां चाहो वहां यूज करो आप. Both stressed control and discipline in organizational operations. Organization चाहे जो भी हो, कंट्रोल होना चाहिए, डिसिप्लिन भी होना चाहिए. Clear people? Authority, organization, and legitimacy. Any doubts so far? Anybody? Any doubts? So, authority, organization, and legitimacy. Weber differentiated authority, power, and control. Structuring of human groups owe their existence to a special instance of vested authority. ह्यूमन ग्रुप्स को जब हम स्ट्रक्चर कर रहे हैं कि कौन से ग्रुप ऊपर आएगा, कौन से ग्रुप नीचे आएगा, उन सब के पीछे क्या राज है? वेस्टेड अथॉरिटी. जिनके पास अधिकार है वो तय करेगा कि ऊपर कौन आएगा, नीचे कौन आएगा. दैट इज हाउ ह्यूमन बीइंग इन एनी सोसाइटी ग्रुप्स आर मेड. Who will be at the top, who will be at the bottom, that is how it is decided. Whoever is having the authority, they will do it. ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटीज में, पुराने जमाने में, किंग्स के जमाने में, दिस इज हाउ सोसाइटी वाज डिवाइडेड. बट आज के जमाने में वी कैन नॉट से दैट, राइट, दैट सोसाइटी विल बी डिवाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ वन हु हैज पावर. नो, सोसाइटी विल बी डिवाइडेड, देयर इज नो डाउट, बट एवरीबडी विल बी ट्रीटेड इक्वली. That is modern society. Everybody will be treated equally. Everybody will have the same set of opportunities. Weber identified 5 essential components of authority. And what are they? An individual or body of individuals who rule. An individual or body of individuals who are ruled. The will of the rulers to influence the conduct of the ruled and an expression of that will or command. Evidence of the influence of rulers in terms of the objective degree of command. Direct or indirect evidence of the influence in terms of subjective acceptance with which the ruled obey the command. Means ruler is there, ruled is there. One who is ruling, one who is ruled. Those are the first two aspects. Then how will the ruler influence the ruled? That is the third aspect. कैसे influence करेंगे? Evidence of the influence of rulers in terms of objective degree of command. How are they influencing? Through command. That is like giving order. Then direct and indirect evidence of the influence in terms of subject acceptance, with which the ruled obey the command. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब यह है कि सब लोग क्या रूलर का सुनेंगे? डेफिनेटली नॉट. There will be people who are not exactly happy with it also. So some will accept, some will have some issues with it. है ना? This is authority according to Weber. Ruler is there, ruled is there. Ruler will try to influence the ruled by using command. And to what extent he or she was able to do it, we will be able to know through the subjective acceptance. Subjective acceptance का मतलब है हर एक इंडिविजुअल का response to this command will be different. Some will accept, some will feel like 50-50, no opinion they may have. Some will feel ये क्या हुआ हमारे साथ, all that. So it depends from individual to individual, and that is why we call it subjective acceptance. Clear, people? An authority exists as long as it is accepted as legitimate by the ruled, which is true. अगर लोगों को लग रहा है ये सही ही है, they will accept it. लोगों को लग रहा है ये सही नहीं है, they will throw it out. Best example for this is Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh. One simple thing she did. Basically, what did she do? Her government, she basically brought out a rule telling that, not her, the court basically ordered, Supreme Court, no, I think it was her only. Her government basically put out an order telling that the victims or during the 1971 liberation war की जितने भी victims थे, उनको what is it? Government will give them reservation in all the government schools, colleges, jobs, everything. Students did not like it. So a student protest started. Student protest जैसे ही शुरू हुआ, it went till the court also, Supreme Court of Bangladesh struck the whole government's decision down, etc. All that happened. So basically government also took the decision back. लेकिन जो स्टूडेंट्स प्रोटेस्ट शुरू हुआ था वो धीरे धीरे करके मैसिव प्रोटेस्ट बन गया. फिर द एंटायर कंट्री वांटेड व्हाट शेख हसीना टू बी आउट, which is exactly what happened there. If you don't have legitimacy, if you don't have people's support, you cannot rule a country. Same thing had happened even in Sri Lanka. Clear? An organization can rule or administer only when it has legitimacy. Weber concluded that all administration means domination. मतलब क्या है? See, IAS, IPS officers, if you actually see, they have to be people friendly, they have to be public oriented, all that is right. But ultimately, what is happening? They are dominating over the public. Why IAS, IPS we are talking about? Even if you go to a simple village office for a small permission, look at the way the village officer will act. They try to dominate over the public. It is true. Weber concluded that all administration means domination. Why? If I am a government servant, why am I dominating on you? Because aap or basically you cannot do anything to my job. Simple funda. You cannot get me removed from the job. You cannot get me a promotion in my job. मैं ज्यादा काम करूं या कम काम करूं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You can change the party that is in power by vote, not the bureaucracy. So why should I fear you? Getting the point here. Why should I fear you? Private player has to fear. Why? He will lose a customer. Administrators, what do they have to lose? Getting the point. He categorized the persons in organizations as those who are accustomed to obey commands, are personally interested in seeing the existing domination continue because they derive benefits, participate in that domination in the sense that the exercise of functions is divided among them, hold themselves in readiness in exercise of these functions. कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में देखोगे तो you will find people chupchap, they will follow the commands. They won't ask anything. Order आया है, काम करेंगे. They won't question it back. Are personally interested in seeing the existing domination continue because they derive benefits. How? Politicians, unfortunately, dominate over administration. Why administration is scared of politicians? Because it ultimately leads to what? Your transfer, your suspension, all it is in the hands of the politicians. Participate in the domination in the sense that the exercise of functions is divided among them. They actively take part in it. They actively take part because what function has to be exercised, it is divided. So if I need to get my job done, I should listen from whatever orders is coming from the top. Simple. मेरा काम अगर मुझे करना है, मुझे ऊपर से क्लियरेंस मिलना बहुत जरूरी है. So what will happen? I also accept the domination part. So this again, if you see, this is what I was telling you from day one, which is what? अगर order है तो सब कुछ मुमकिन है. Order नहीं है, chill, relax. Don't have to actually get your energy and worked up and feel very emotional. क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? System पूरा गलत है, ये वो. Not needed. Chill. Hold themselves in readiness in exercise of these functions. The same people. Now, once you become an SP, collector, etc., initially you will feel, ये क्या हो रहा है देश में, etc., etc. Later, as you climb the rank, you will also start behaving like whom? Your senior. Because now you are more tuned to the system. Now you will also exercise domination only. Because it is easier. Domination is far more easier. Using your rank is very much easier. I'll tell you one simple example. My brother was in the airport, so he just passed out of Chennai Officers Training Academy. To the unversed, Chennai Officers Training Academy means military academy it is. So he had just passed out. He has become a lieutenant with the Indian Army. So last minute, like how normally we will pack. Correct. We will pack our last only, we'll take the bathroom kit, everything. So normally all men will basically be having a small scissor to trim the mustache and maybe to cut the nasal hair and all that. And that along with the shaving stick. He packed it all, kept it in the bag. Only one mistake was he had packed it in his handbag. So he had not traveled much in flight and also. One moment he reached the airport, what happened? As the bag went for scanning, scissor, shaving blade and all that. So shaving blade again, he never uses the Mac or anything. He uses a normal blade. That's what he prefers. So obviously, the CRPF, CISF, whatever were that they asked him, open it. ये कहाँ लेकर जा रहे हो क्या मालूम नहीं है ये नहीं करना है वो नहीं करना है तो पहले he was like no sir I forgot in the last minute then they were like क्या वो तो कौन हो कहाँ this because obviously they are also doing their job because CISF is also pretty much surprised like जानते हुए कौन ये करेगा that is how they are thinking it जानबूझकर कौन ये करेगा कि सिसर और ब्लेड लेकर अंदर जा रहा है so they are asking for that so he is trying to give an explanation. My parents were also there. After a point, my brother also felt that this is not ending. With simple apology also, this was not ending. Then he pulled out his card. Game badal gaya. Then it immediately changed. Then the moment they saw lieutenant, then they were like, okay. Then they were like, sir, aapko to ye malum hona chahiye. So he said, see, I have not traveled in flight too much and all. The last time I traveled in flight when I was small. And this I missed out. Genuinely, it was a miss out. Because in the last minute only, I got all my clearance. I just packed and we were running and coming. That is how it happened. I'm with my parents. I ignored. I forgot. What should I do now? He asked. Then they became polite immediately. They said, sir, as of now, you cannot take this. He said, it's okay. It's okay. Keep it here only. They took it and threw it in the dustbin. End of the matter. But the fact of the matter is what? He had to flash his card so that the jazbaat badal gaya, halat badal gaya, that badal gaya, this badal gaya, for all that badlav to happen. Ordinary man means maybe half an hour more, they would have taken him straight to inside the room for further questioning. Flight itself could have got what? Cancelled or, missed out, not cancelled. Getting the point here. So this is what hold themselves in readiness in exercise of these functions means. We end up using it one way or the other. Domination. Because more than talking it out, reconciliation, let us collaborate, let us coordinate, what actually works in government field or in administrative field is domination. And Weber realized it very early itself. Clear? Weber defined administration as domination or exercise of authority, while most other administrative scientists defined it as service or performance of duty. Again, Weber was very smart, we must understand that, because it was very clear that it is domination. अधिकार दिखाना है वहां पर. What your authority is. Only then the work will get done. Otherwise, it is very difficult. That is Weber's take. 99% of the time it is true. 99% of the time. That is why in India, sometimes we say, in India, if you need to survive actually, you either need what? Money or you need power. He identified three types of authority: traditional, charismatic, legal authority. Again, what we discussed earlier as a small bit, now we are going to take it a little more elaborate. Traditional authority, it derives its legitimacy from a hoary past. Hoary means उतना colorful नहीं है, थोड़ा भयानक सा है. The persons exercising authority are called masters. जैसे कि आज भी घर में अगर आप देखोगे तो whatever it is, in Indian families especially, father will take the ultimate decision. Most of the families, some families will say no, mothers वहां पर उनकी औरत की चलती है and all that. Some exceptional cases may be there, but 99% it is always the father who takes the call. Ultimate decision making authority. It is not that father and mother will sit, discuss, and then take. These days it is happening. I'm talking in the ancient times, especially. One person will take the decision, and that's it. They enjoy personal authority because of their inherited status. तो जो भी अथॉरिटी इन लोगों का है ये इनहेरिटेड है. सो सम फादर्स वी कैन सी, मैं अपने बेटे से बात नहीं करता भाई, क्योंकि मेरे पापा ने मेरे से बात कभी नहीं करते. हम परंपरा फॉलो कर रहे हैं. कितना वाहियत परंपरा है आपका. नोबडी विल डेयर टू से दैट. व्हाई? बिकॉज अगेन इनहेरिटेड. दादा कितना खड़ूस था उतना ही खड़ूस है बाप, उसका खड़ूस बेटा. देन इट गोज समवेयर इट विल ब्रेक, बट टिल देन the nonsense continues. Their commands carry legitimacy because of custom, parampara, rivas, and all that. Getting the point here? Then they can issue orders based on their personal decision. That means it is not objective, subjective purely. Getting the point here? In some Khap panchayats anywhere in India. So in Karnataka, basically, I'll start with South India first. In Karnataka, basically, this was around a year ago. Or I'm not sure, maybe somewhere in March also. Almost a year leave. Lower caste boy ran away with an upper caste girl. They both fell in love. They eloped. That is the right word. Eloped, not ran away. ELOPD. OPED. They eloped. What was the decision given by the panchayat there? The decision was, they asked that girls' relatives who were from upper caste, they asked the girls' relatives, male relatives, that you can take the punishment, give the punishment to the mother. And what was the punishment? They stripped her naked, tied her to a tree. Which year? 2024. Getting the point? Now let us go somewhere to Haryana and all. There are Khap panchayats which have made rulings as crazy as women shouldn't wear jeans. Women shouldn't be given mobile phones. And in Haryana, etc., wherever this, in another similar case where the lower caste boy has eloped with an upper caste girl, the punishment given by the panchayat was, they called the mother and sister of that boy, brought them to the panchayat. Then they called the male relatives of the girl's family. They told, okay, because it's an insult, right? Insult that a lower caste guy took away an upper caste girl. So the panchayat's verdict was, okay, aap ek kaam karo. Because the girl in your family has been dishonored, you can dishonor the females of this guy's family. What does it mean? Rape them. They'll be taken to a nearby hut and one by one, gang rape. Getting the point here? Traditional authority. Personal decision, custom. That is what works here. The persons who obey the orders are called followers. They just follow it blindly, no questions asked. They carry out orders of masters because of loyalty and their time-honored status. सालों से चलता रहा है, वापस चलेंगे. There would be no staff with technical training. पढ़े लिखे लोग कुछ भी नहीं होंगे. The administration would eventually become irrational. मतलब कुछ फैसले when we hear, we will actually feel, are you mad? Getting the point here? Are you mad? That is the level of decisions that they will make. Totally irrational. All actions are legitimized in the name of tradition and customs. Best example, this can even lead to social and evil practices like female feticide, dowry, early marriages. Early marriages, what I mean is child marriage. Clear, people? Any questions, people? Sir, is it right to give 15 minutes ago? Okay, now only I'm seeing the question. I'm sorry, Kayati. Some issues with the chat section. Is it right to give shelter to Sheikh Hasina? What is wrong in it? There is nothing wrong with it in giving it actually, because she has been always been a good supporter of India. Plus, she has helped in actually bringing down a lot of terrorists or as well as insurgents who used to create trouble inside India and then go and hide inside Bangladesh. So with her, we used to have very good relationships actually. With her presence in Bangladesh, we were able to maintain some sort of stability in the northeast region. Now we can clearly see with things becoming more tumultuous in Bangladesh, northeast is also becoming very what to say, unstable. All right. The only problem, if you ask me, what is the problem in giving her this shelter or refugee status here as of now, if you ask me, it will be very difficult for India to start renegotiations with the present administration that is there, the caretaker government that is there in Bangladesh. That will be difficult because any discussion with them, they will basically start, the first thing will be what? Give us Sheikh Hasina. And no surprises here. If Sheikh Hasina is handed over to them, then what will happen? They will kill her. No doubt about it. Clear? Now coming to charismatic authority. Power is exercised by virtue of his magical powers, heroism, or extraordinary gifts or qualities. जादू है, heroism, extraordinary gift, or qualities. That Indian politics is the biggest example for it. It is filled with many such clowns and cartoon characters who always they are projected as if they will come and all the problems will get solved in the country. They will come and बस एक जादू की झड़ी लेकर सारा problems को हटा देंगे. People are there who believe in that crap. Now let me tell you, it is not about, we are not talking or hinting at any one particular political party. Hero or heroine worship is there in every political party that you can think of. Every political party. That this guy आएगा, ये आएगा तो सारा problems खत्म हो जाएगा. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When we are talking that we shouldn't have religion-based politics, caste-based politics, then first we should start practicing it. The day when we start marrying people of a different caste or of different religion, that is when movies also, not movies, politics also will stop being about caste and politics or religion, whatever. Till then, it will happen. जैसा लोग वैसा politicians. Simple. You cannot have an intellectual public and a Wahyat politician. No. From a Wahyat public only, you get a Wahyat politician. So we are only having those politicians in power which we deserve. Getting the point here. So there are people who believe in these things: heroism, extraordinary gift, or qualities. Aage. Charisma is that quality of an individual personality that sets him apart from the rest and treated as endowed with supernatural, superhuman, or at least specifically exceptional powers or qualities. Like I told you, it is a personality quality that sets them apart from the others. The followers obey the leader because they believe in his extraordinary abilities rather than the stipulated rules or the dignity of a position. This nonsense again you will not find in the Western society. You will not find it there. Why? Because Western society, they are always very clear on what basis are we electing you, etc. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry will not win there. We can criticize Joe Biden, you can criticize Donald Trump, but who are these people? What is their background? Joe Biden is an army veteran. Donald Trump is a multi-billionaire. So these are the people they are projecting as their leaders. Makes sense? Look at our Lok Sabha, almost 50%, close to 50% of the MPs that have been elected this time, they are all having criminal antecedents. 50% के आसपास. It is not 50, less than 50 it is. Close to 50% of the MPs in the Lok Sabha, in the current Lok Sabha, have criminal cases against them. मानता हूं 5 या 10% केसेस क्या होगा, फालतू होगा, फेक होगा. बाकी का there are very severe cases of even rape, kidnapping, murder cases के ऊपर जिनके ऊपर जांच चल रही है, वो लोग को भी इलेक्ट किया है. Who have elected them? We only, nobody else. The leader selects his disciples based on their devotion to him. True, any leader will only try to keep those people close who are attracted to him or who will continue to vote for him. Simple. Legal authority. Rules are applied judicially. जो भी कानून है, it will be applied only judicially. That is proper law, interpretation of law. Ascertainable principles are valid for all members of the organization. Ascertainable means verifiable. किसके कहने पर आपने किया? As per the order of the SP. Written down. On what basis have you released him? As per the constitution. So everything, if you see, it's written down. It is nothing to do with, okay, his personality is really good, okay, let us release him. No. It is nothing to do with traditional authority. Parampara hai, yeah, we should follow this. No. It's clearly written down. तो मेरे लिए भी वही कानून होगा, आपके लिए भी वही कानून होगा. Superiors are elected or appointed by law. Organization is continuous and members are subject to rules. Organization is continuous. मतलब क्या है? See, many people tend to think that if I am not there in the service, कुछ होता है, that you will also get that feeling. अगर मैं इस ऑफिस से निकल कर गया ना, तो अब पूरा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन गिर जाएगा. And then what will happen? You will get transferred as usual. You will go to the new district. छोटा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, ज्यादा काम भी नहीं है. पुराना वाला डिस्ट्रिक्ट तगड़ा था क्योंकि वहां का ऑफिस बड़ा था, बड़ा टीकवुड का बड़ा टेबल था, बड़ा कुर्सी, दो एसी, सब कुछ थे वहां पर. अब छोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट पर आ गए हैं. समवेयर योर फीलिंग वहां पर तो पूरा गया होगा. अभी तक कौन करेगा मेरा जैसा काम? एंड यू विल जस्ट कॉल योर सबऑर्डिनेट्स और जूनियर्स देयर जस्ट टू आस्क, ओ तो फिर क्या हाल है, कैसा चल रहा है वहां का काम? बढ़िया चल रहा है सर. अच्छा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मेरे जाने के बाद? नहीं सर, सब कुछ एकदम सही चल रहा है. व्हाट इज द पॉइंट हियर? द पॉइंट इज सिंपल. यू आर रिप्लेसेबल. एवरीबडी इज रिप्लेसेबल. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ अ ब्यूरोक्रेटिक सिस्टम. A bureaucratic system is purely based on law. If one officer goes away, the next is in line. The next officer will get appointed immediately. Exceptional circumstances will be there, but it may take 2-3 months. But otherwise, smooth transition will be there. That is not the case with traditional or charisma. Best example I will give you for this. The, the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Srimati Jaya Lalita. I don't know how many of you are aware of this. Now, when she was in the hospital for 2 months, there was a lot of suspense and mystery around her death. कुछ लोग ये कह रहे थे कि पहले से ही मर गया. Doctors वो जो खबर जो है, they are delaying it. They don't want to reveal it. Like that, they were maintaining it for 1 to 2 months. They were maintaining it. लेकिन इसके वजह से क्या हो गया? पहले the government failed. Because basically for 2 months there was no chief minister there in that entire state. Agreed, there was an acting chief minister, but administration was not going smoothly. Why? Because the political party that was running the government, they were like, why did this fellow become chief CM? I should have become CM, right? Fighting started. Finally, what? The whole political party itself collapsed. Because when authority is based on charisma, it will not have a replacement. It will not have a replacement. If it is based on pure legal, rational authority, merit based, we can keep replacement as much as is needed. Why? It's strictly based on what? Merit. Rules hai. Rules ke hisab se, do you have the qualification? Yes, then you are the next officer. You don't have it, then you don't. Whereas charisma, tradition, etc. is something where not everybody may accept it. Now, why I discuss this with you, this was a question asked to my friend during interview. He was from the state of Tamil Nadu, and they basically asked him a question, and the question was very interesting. They asked him, what is your opinion about Rajinikanth's entry into politics? So I hope you know who is Rajinikanth. He is again a famous hero. I think in India, not in India, in Asia, he's the highest paid actor after Jackie Chan. All right. So there was a time period where he was going on telling that he will enter into politics. He's going to start his political party. All those discussions were happening. So basically, the panelist asked him, my friend, they asked him, what is your take on Rajinikanth's entry into politics? My friend couldn't give a decent answer. Not surprising, considering the fact that he was also a Rajinikanth fan, he didn't know what answer to give. Now, if the same question was asked to me, what would I have said? Rajinikanth, just like any citizen of this country, has every right to join any political party that he wants or start a political party also. There is nothing wrong with it. But he has to put a system in place where second in command, third in command, all these people should be lined up. It should be made very clear that in case if he dies, who is the next person? Because Rajinikanth is not again young. He is also old. So in the event if he passes away, who should be the second in command? Who should be the next chief minister after him? All these should be clearly defined. Because if that system is not put in place, then what will happen is it will create a political vacuum, just like it created when Jayalalitha passed away. Administration suffered for that 2 months, that whole 2 months. This was the straightaway answer to give. Getting the point here. So this is the idea. All three types of authority claim legitimacy as long as the ruled accept them. जब तक लोग मान जाएंगे तब तक आप रूल कर सकते हैं ट्रेडिशन के बेसिस पर. So Sheikh Hasina kept on ruling that country. She had agreed. She crushed the opposition completely. But one thing that she constantly kept on using was what? The sentiments. Her father, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founding father of Bangladesh, she kept on using that sentiments. So people were like, okay, tradition. She was going on quoting. Finally, they got fed up with the tradition. And what happened? You would have seen that. I don't know how many of you would have seen those videos where they have destroyed the statues of, even pulled down the statue of what? Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. They were tired of him. They were tired of his entire family. Pure types of authority is always found in combination rather than separated from each other. So in India also, if you see, you will find a combination of all the three. You will find traditional authority, you will find charismatic authority, you will also find legal rational authority. तीनों का तीन mix you will be able to find. Weber preferred the legal rational authority. Why? Objective. It is easy to define it. Clear? Any questions, people? You people are amazingly silent today. Any doubts? It's a very important topic. That's why I'm repeatedly asking. Any questions so far? I think something is really wrong with the chat section today. It's showing the responses very late. Okay. The next topic is main elements of Weber's bureaucracy. तो अथॉरिटी डिस्कस करने के बाद, तीन टाइप्स ऑफ अथॉरिटी डिस्कस करने के बाद, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू एंटर द मेन एलिमेंट्स ऑफ वेबर्स ब्यूरोक्रेसी. लेट अस सी व्हाट आर दीज एलिमेंट्स. Impersonal order, rules, sphere of competence, hierarchy, separation of personal and public ends, written documents, monocratic type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are there. 7 of them, we will discuss it in detail on Monday. All right? Because I want to take the topic together. That's the only reason, nothing else. We will do it together on Monday. So the three authorities you mentioned can be seen in bureaucracy. No, not in bureaucracy. You can see it in India, I said. Not in bureaucracy. Bureaucracy in India, obviously. Okay. There I will tell you. Tradition, no. Charisma, no. That is, in administration, you will only find based on what? Two things you will find here. Now, when it comes to central services, and when it comes to all India services, we can say that it is purely merit, legal, rational authority. लेकिन जहां तक स्टेट सर्विस का सवाल है, it's a big question mark. It's a very big question mark. I hope you people know what has happened very recently in UP. The people who were conducting the exam, जैसे कि मैं इन्विजिलेटर हूं, एक एग्जाम कंडक्ट हो रहा है, जिस एग्जाम का मैं इन्विजिलेटर हूं, उसी एग्जाम में मेरे बेटे का सिलेक्शन हो गया. Getting the point here? जिस एग्जाम में मैं इन्विजिलेटर हूं, उसी एग्जाम का मेरे बेटे का सिलेक्शन हो गया. Now that is not tradition, that is not charisma, that is not legal rational. That is a pure case of what? Pure case of nepotism. And yes, spoil system. स्टेट सर्विस के अंदर बहुत सारे ऐसे पोस्ट हैं जहां पर पॉलिटिकल पीपल, पॉलिटिकल जो लोग पॉलिटिक्स में है, उनके बच्चों को व्हाट इज इट, या उनके रिश्तेदारों को अपॉइंटमेंट्स मिला है आसानी से. Now, just because I have quoted UP here, don't think that, okay, only UP this is happening. Nothing. From north to south, east to west, every state government is guilty of this. There is a clear lack of transparency when it comes to administrative jobs at the state level. Central level, to at least ek had tak to things are going well, but not here. What I meant that you can see this in India means in politics you can find this. Tradition based, charisma based. Getting the point. Legal rational authority, very less you will find where? In politics. Very, 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 very less. Whereas in administration, when we come, legal rational authority is at its peak. Tradition, charisma, hardly there. Not hardly there, it is not there. Sir, is it true that in state service bribe is taken even if you're deserving? I have heard stories. Now I cannot verify the same. I'll tell you another what is there in the public domain. I can tell you. I think it happened in Karnataka with regard to police inspectors test. Okay, sub inspector selection exam. Question paper was leaked. The question paper was ultimately leaked. Who was the mastermind behind it when they finally did an inquiry and found out? It was the highest level IPS officer in the state. ADGP, I believe. ADGP, Additional Director General of Police. If you Google it, you can find it. So it is there almost in every state service. That allegation is there that even if you get the what is it? If you are in the list also, you have to pay a certain amount of bribe. That allegation is there, but we cannot prove it until and unless it obviously it is there in the public domain. Clear, people? This is the idea. So these topics